Okay, so got some suggestions on things to talk about. Thank God, 'cause otherwise this would be a bunch of random ramblings, which I probably will ramble a lot because I do that. I just kind of keep going on and on. Just a warning. But depending on how long this is, I might make a part two because I tend to go on and on about things. But alright, so one suggestion was to talk about how I do like all or nothing and like how that like works with binging and everything. And I guess for me, the way like it works for me is like I'm either all healthy or I'm all unhealthy. Like there's no like happy medium where like moderate like the whole thing about weight loss is moderation is key. Like you can have whatever you want just in moderation. My brain doesn't understand moderation. It's you eat the entire bag of cookies or you don't eat any cookies. Like I'm insanely jealous of people who are like, oh yeah, if I want a cookie, I'll eat a cookie. I'll have one and I'll just be done with it. Like that's not how it works for me. Like something inside my brain or whatever tells me these cookies won't be here the next time you want one, so you need to eat them all now. And I don't understand like why I think that way. And I literally like if I bake something at night, I eat all of it. I can't be like, oh, when you wake up, it'll be here. Like I can't do that. It just doesn't work. And then so I try to just eat all healthy because then you can't really binge on healthy food. I mean, you can, like, obviously when you're binging, you don't really care what you're eating, you're just wanting to eat, like, you just want to eat anything and everything. But I feel like, for me personally, if I want to binge, I would more preferably binge on, like, bad food. So, I just would rather not have it around. I'd rather just eat healthy, not like tempt myself with it or anything like that. So I usually, I guess, as some would say, I deprive myself of the luxury foods, but then again, I don't because, in my opinion, when I binge, I eat enough of those luxury foods to where I eat enough for till the next binge. Like I eat so much, and usually like my binges, like when they're bad, they don't last for like a night or a day. They last for like a week or 2 weeks, and literally I get so sick of all the food. All I want is salad. So it's like I get enough of it, so I'm not depriving myself. And then my favorite binge food, anything and everything, basically. But lately, since I moved, I now have a Burger King within walking distance. And in the Chicagoland area, all Burger Kings have 50-cent vanilla cones. I don't know if that's like everywhere, but I know it's definitely in the Chicagoland area. So you can get a vanilla cone for 50 cents, and that's definitely one of my favorite things to get now. But I mean, I only get one, so I wouldn't really consider it like binging. But that's one of my favorites. And then brownies, yes, love brownies. Like I like to bake brownies, but I wouldn't be opposed to buying them. You know, whatever. And then donuts. I have a Dunkin' Donuts that is across the street from the Burger King, and after a certain time, all the donuts are half price, so I can get two donuts for $1.94. Yep, that's the best. It's sad that I know exactly how much it costs, tax and everything, dear Lord. Whew, alright, but I don't know. Like, I really feel like I don't binge, like, on a certain food. I just kind of binge on whatever's available to me, I guess. Like, right now in my house that I wanted to binge, it would be either on the dinners I've made, aka like chili, chicken, sloppy joes, or it would be on the Skinny Cow ice cream bars that I have, because I have the cookies and cream and the chocolate truffles, so I have two. Or it would be on my baked Tostitos, because I love chips and salsa, it is so good. Or it would be on my Fiber One 90-calorie brownies, because I got the value pack, so I have 12 instead of like 5 in a box. Literally, those boxes are such a ripoff. It makes me so mad. You pay like $3 and you get like 5 bars. I'm like, is this a joke? Like, no. But yeah, why I binge? Boredom. A lot of the time, that's like the main reason why. And then sometimes sometimes I just like break down and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Like basically it's my fault. I'm the way I am. I'm the way I am with food. Like, this is all like my fault. Like, this is my fault. And so I'll try to like fix myself by eating normal foods and eating them in massive quantities. And then that usually just makes me like feel like shit even more, and I cry more. Um, but yeah, I guess boredom, and then I mean, some people would say it would be because I'm depriving myself or I'm like eating too few of calories, which I don't eat too few of calories because I track every calorie that goes in my mouth. So I know how much I'm eating, and I mean, I eat back the calories I burn off at practice, and I eat at least 1,200 calories, like net calories a day. Well, maybe not net, but I eat 1,000 to 2,000 calories every day, and then like some days are more, which I would consider a binge day most of the time because that's my calorie goal is 1,200. And then on days when I practice, I have like an extra like 886 calories that I can eat, but it's like I usually don't eat back all of those calories unless I am having a binge day usually, because I mean I can sometimes I wouldn't it would be like a binge, it would just be I'm eating more than I normally would, I guess. And on those days, I mean, I can still stay under my calorie goal, so that's why I don't consider them binge days, because I stay under, but I'm not eating the amount I want, so I'm eating more. Why I have anorexic days? I mean, I don't really have anorexic days. Like, I eat every day. Like, the only time I haven't eaten is when I did a water fast on August 1st. And I mean, that really kind of like helped set me up with healthy eating and everything. But I mean, I haven't done one since. And I mean, yeah, I have days where I eat less than I normally do, but usually that's when I'm really busy. And when I'm busy and not doing things, it's easier for me to say no to food, because I know that if I say, oh, I'm hungry, and I'm like out running errands or something, then I'm gonna have to end up getting fast food, and I don't like fast food anymore. It tastes like shit. Like, I mean, sometimes it tastes absolutely like heaven, but most of the time it doesn't to me. It honestly gives me the worst stomach cramps, the worst stomach pain, and honestly, TMI guys, I shit it out 20 minutes later. So I feel like it's such a waste. And then, so I usually don't eat when I'm running errands because I don't want to eat fast food. And then, so I usually have like a light breakfast because I can't eat a lot in the morning because otherwise it gives me a stomach ache. Like, if I eat too soon after I wake up, I get a stomach ache, or if I eat too much, then that kind of ties back to my all or nothing. Like, if I eat too much for breakfast, then I'll eat too much for lunch, then I'll have too much snacks, and I'll have too much dinner, and I'll have too much dessert, and it'll just kind of like, I'll just eat too much all day because I started out bad. So I usually try to do like a nice, light, healthy breakfast, so that way I start my day off good. And then if I go like run errands, like if I do stuff between breakfast and lunch, then I usually won't eat lunch till later because I won't be back till later. I'll have like a snack, which will probably be like apple slices or something, because I don't want something heavy in my stomach before practice, because one, I'll bloat up like a balloon and I'll look huge in a leotard and I'll feel huge, and two, like I don't want to be flipping around with a whole bunch of food in my stomach. Like, one, it feels gross, and two, I'm gonna like throw up from all that. So I mean, those are like the only days I really have like anorexic days. But I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call them anorexic days. I just call them busy days, because I'm just so busy and I don't have time to eat. How eating normal is tough for me, like eating like a normal amount of food, and that's really tough for me. Like, I can't eat a normal amount of food in one sitting. It doesn't work. Right now, about if I eat an appetizer, that is enough food for me for a meal. Probably like a meal and a half. Like if I was, like I really notice like how my eating is different when I go out to eat, and my mom loves to go out to eat, and I was like, no, like we're not going, like we need to save money, but really I just don't want to go because I don't want her to see like how little I eat now. And so like she'll have like like I remember I used to like Fridays is like my one of like my favorite restaurants, like 'cause it's cheap and I like the food there. And so they always usually have their like 3 courses for like $16.99 deals or whatever. And so I always get the appetizer and the dinner, and I just take the dessert home because I'd be full. But now, literally, I get the appetizer and I'm full. I can't even eat dinner. I like I can't, like, I'm full before the dinner even comes out. It's just too much. And so now when I go out, I usually just get a salad. I'll get like a chicken salad, like chicken Caesar salad without any of the cheese and stuff, or dressing. So I mean, I don't eat a normal amount, and then I guess other times I realize I don't is when I'm like with friends and they're just chowing down and I'm sitting there like I can't even fathom eating that much anymore. Like, why would you want to eat that much? And so, I mean, I don't know, I guess in a way I'm fine with the amount I eat, because I know, one, I'm getting a healthy amount, and two, as soon as I reduced my calorie intake and started tracking what I ate, I started losing weight so fast. And I think the reason like I kind of stopped losing weight in a way, like losing as much weight I should say, is because I guess like my body right now is like I want to stay at this weight. I don't want to be any lower. Because I watched a documentary about like the science of weight loss and everything, and so like once your body gets to a weight, like your body fights weight loss like the entire way, and then it'll eventually get to a spot where you can maintain that weight. I think this is the weight I'm at right now. I feel is the weight my body wants to maintain, but it's not the weight I want to maintain, which is why I am sticking to my eating habits, because I want my body to get used to the weight I want, not what it wants. How living alone has helped. Dear Lord, it has helped so much mentally. I mean, my first like week or two here, it helped like with my weight a little bit. Like normally I'm like around 120, but when I was here, I was in like 119. I've never been under 119 since I started like changing my eating. Lately the lowest I've been is 119.2, but this past like week, this past like week I guess, I have been back like up to like 120, 121, 122, but you know, I guess that's just kind of how weight fluctuates. Like you'll have some high days, you'll have some low days, and whatnot. But this is kind of long, so I'm definitely going to make a part 2, and I will get to the rest of the questions, and I'll finish up that topic in part 2. So, yay, go part 2 now.